Hi everyone, this is Bhumika Indulia and welcome to 31st episode of SEC Online Weekly Rewind. Today we bring you the most interesting stories of the week. Don't go anywhere as we'll also announce the winners of SEC Online Quiz. In a case where a 14-year-old had committed suicide after his PTI teacher had allegedly harassed and insulted him in the presence of everyone, the Supreme Court has held that the simple act of reprimand of a student for his behavior or indiscipline by a teacher in discharge of his moral obligation to discipline students would not amount to instigation or intentionally aid to the commission of a suicide by a student. The court said that the suicide note in this case suggested that it was a rhetoric document penned down by an immature mind and that it was the hypersensitive temperament of the deceased which led him to take such an extraordinary step, and the action of the teacher otherwise would not ordinarily induce a similarly circumstanced student to commit suicide. In an important ruling, the Supreme Court has held that in case the information received by CBI through a complainant or source information discloses the commission of a cognizable offence, it can directly register a regular case instead of conducting a preliminary inquiry where the officer is satisfied that the information discloses the commission of a cognizable offence. Holding that the institution of a preliminary inquiry in cases of corruption is not made mandatory before the registration of an FIR under CRPC, Prevention of Corruption Act, or even the CBI manual. The court said that issuing a direction to that effect will be tantamount to stepping into the legislative domain. In a major setback to Kashmiri migrants, the Supreme Court has held that Kashmiri migrants who were once government employees cannot retain government accommodation for indefinite period on the ground that they would return to the valley when the situation will improve, stating that the compassion shown to Kashmiri migrants has to be balanced with the expectations of the serving officers to discharge their duties effectively. The court also said that to say that they would return to the valley when the situation will improve is an open-ended statement and capable of being interpreted in different ways. The Kerala High Court, while dismissing an appeal wherein a son-in-law claimed his right on father-in-law's property while pleading that he was adopted by his wife's family after marriage and hence had a right on the property, the court expressed that it is shameful for him to plead that he had been adopted as a member of the family subsequent to marriage with plaintiff's daughter. The Guwahati High Court held that the writ of habeas corpus cannot be invoked unless there is an allegation of illegal detention. The bench said that establishing a ground of illegal detention and a strong suspicion about any such illegal detention is a condition precedent for moving a habeas corpus petition. The court also observed that missing person cases would not come within the ambit of habeas corpus petition, but such cases are required to be registered under the regular provisions of the Indian Penal Code, and the police and other investigating agencies would investigate the same in the manner prescribed under Code of Criminal Procedure. Expressing that when the children who the parents have reared with untold sorrows and miseries throw them out at the mercy of their destiny and use their muscle power to torture and harass them, the parents' world get totally shattered, which marks as the beginning of the unfortunate tale of their moving from one forum to another for redressal. Punjab and Haryana High Court stated that we have to treat our parents as God. The court addressed a matter wherein the old and aged parents has to seek eviction of their son and daughter-in-law so as to buy back their own peace and freedom. The main argument in this matter was that the son claimed that since he had contributed to the renovation of the house, hence he cannot be evicted, to which the court found no substance and dismissed the petition. Opining that cinema hall, which seeks to prohibit carrying of drinking water inside the cinema hall for security reasons, must necessarily provide free potable and pure drinking water, the Madras and Haryana High Court held that in case the owner of cinema hall does not provide the same, the owner will be held liable to pay compensation. Interesting matter, the Bombay High Court stating that the welfare of the minor cannot be determined on the sole parameter of the work commitment of one parent and availability of ample time with another, expressed that the courts often ensure that even if the custody is given to one parent, the non-custodial parent has adequate visitation rights. The court also stated that love and affection of both parents is considered to be the basic human right of a child. So I'll quickly take you through all the legislation updates which have taken place last week. The states are required to provide up to 25% road tax rebate on vehicles bought post-scrapping old ones. This has been introduced via Central Motor Vehicle 24th Amendment Rules 2021. The stamp duty has been slashed by 2% on flats priced below Rs 45 lakh, and this amendment has been brought via Karnataka Stamp Amendment Act 2021. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India Liquidation Process Second Amendment Regulations has been notified. SEBI issues circular on discontinuation of usage of pool accounts for transaction in mutual fund unit. The Gujarat government issued Code on Wages Gujarat Rules 2021. It has also introduced Industrial Relation Gujarat Rules 2021. To read more about the rules and regulations, refer to SEC Online blog. Check out the new feature of curated topics on SEC Online web edition. All the major rulings of Supreme Court and High Courts with respect to arbitration have been bifurcated into various topics for easy researching. Hope you will find this useful. Please share your feedback on our new feature. So it's time to announce the SEC Online quiz winners. We have asked our viewers how many subtopics are indexed on SEC Online web edition under the secondary material. So the answer is 5. Bills in Parliament, constitutional documents, historical trials, policy documents and reports of commissions and committees. The winners of SEC Online quiz are Rahul and Prabsimran Singh. Congratulations to both of you. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Stay tuned to our next episode of SEC Online Weekly Rewind.